Oh my God. Has he done it again? Has he actually done it again, guys? He's done it again. He's done it again. Romelu Lukaku. He's gone and done it again. I don't believe this. I can't believe this, but I still believe this. There's a storm brewing here in Leicester. It's raining quite hard outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's a storm brewing between Inter, Chelsea, Lukaku, Roc Nation, Sebastian Ledure, Lukaku's lawyer / agent, whatever he is, and Juventus. So those rumors that came out last week and people were making fun of, I was also throwing them to the side. I was like, yeah, it's kind of those rumors that Chelsea are putting out to put pressure on Inter. But no, these rumors were 100% true. Romelu Lukaku and his entourage have actually spoken to Juventus, and Juventus have put in a bid for Lukaku. They have matched and beaten Inter's bid, actually. 37.5 million plus 2.5 in bonuses to reach 40, which matches Inter's latest bid. According to reports, Inter yesterday put in the final decisive bid to make Chelsea happy, 35 million euros plus 5 in bonuses to reach 40 million, which for me is already way too much. Aside from all this drama, is way too much. But is he actually doing it? Like, is this guy for real? I've waited. Last night, this whole case completely exploded. News was coming out left, right, and center that Inter are absolutely pissed with Lukaku and his entourage. News is that Roc Nation stepped in to help Inter with these negotiations with Chelsea. In the end, it looked like Inter were going to get their man. They, as I said, they've reached pretty much the bid that Chelsea wanted this year. Chelsea were not going to let him go for cheap, which is fair enough. But turns out that they couldn't get a hold of this guy. Apparently, they're trying to call Ledure, the agent the lawyer that helped Lukaku last season to return to Inter. So Pastorello was actually Lukaku's agent. And then, according to reports, he either fired him or he just kind of like moved away from him and used this guy, Sebastian Ledure, Belgian lawyer that helped him to get his loan moved to Inter last season. And apparently, he is the one that, is unreachable. They're trying to call Lukaku. He's unreachable, not picking up the phone, even though all his Instagram posts are showing him he's on the phone. And according to some other reports here, Pasquale Guarro says that there was a friction between Ausilio, our sporting director, and Lukaku, that everything started from there. And it probably goes back to, Inter finding out that this guy is speaking to Juventus. Like, what are you doing? Ausilio was probably throwing, they're saying there was heated, tones on this phone call today. Gazzetta reporting that here as well from this Daniele Mari tweet. First contact tonight after the days of silence. So they're talking about last night between Inter and Lukaku. Just watch out for the translation. Rags flew, but it means like harsh tones used after the attacker's double game, who flirted with other clubs through Ledure, while Inter worked to bring him back to Milan, also breaking with Roc Nation, and Chelsea now would like to sell him to Nerazzurri, who can bring the money before Juve. So yeah, Juve's bid for Lukaku is contingent on them selling Vlahovic. The Juve need to make a lot of money this summer via their sales. So they need to sell Vlahovic. They want 60-70 million for Vlahovic. PSG are interested, but they can't buy Lukaku before they sell Vlahovic, which could take weeks. So Chelsea would prefer Inter, because Inter now, after Onana, we're waiting for the news to break at any moment now that, look, Onana is going to Man United, 55 million euros, whatever it is. So they would prefer Inter, because then they can get rid of him finally. But now, what the hell is going on? We've got Chelsea got 2 bids from Inter and Juventus, and then you still have the interest from Saudi Arabia. But Lukaku, really, bro? Really? After all that you've done, after all the things that you said, this is how you want to treat Inter? The one team that respects you, the one fan base. I mean, even in the Inter fan base, let's be real, it's pretty split. I'm on the side that, it's kind of kind of forgiven him. Not really. I can never really forgive his behavior when he left. But the thing that I appreciate, and that's not his credit, is that the fact that he pretty much saved Inter financially, his sale. Because if him and Hakimi didn't leave that summer, I think Inter would have had to go into like liquidation or something. Like something real bad would have happened. So I have to thank his sale, but not him, for that to happen. And then the way he pushed to come back, and he did help us to get to the Champions League final last season, and all the other stuff. Obviously, Champions League final, we know what happened. But I'm on the side that I like him as a personality. Like he's kind of this kind of almost bringing this kind of NBA guy. Like he's a bit more outspoken. He's not so media trained like other guys. I like him, but as a player, he's not really my cup of tea. I'm much more on the tech. I like technical players. I'll prefer a Berbatov, Bergkamp type of player over a Lukaku type of player any day. But we know that I am on the band that, okay, I understand why Inter want to bring him back. He dominates still in Serie A when he is fit, even though he's going to be 30, even though he's going to be high earning, and this is going to be a costly operation for us. I can understand why Inzaghi is absolutely obsessed with him, why the Inter management was obsessed with him. And, this guy seemed like he only wanted us. And obviously he's been waiting for weeks now. The situation has not been resolved. So I don't blame him in terms of, okay, let's look at other teams, because obviously you can't wait for Inter forever. We're trying to put our pennies together to get this guy back, but not this team. Out of all teams, Milan. There was rumors of Milan a few weeks ago, which now seems like probably were true. Milan and Juventus, those are the two teams, brother, you cannot go to, because the one fan base that kind of still supports you, outside of Anderlecht, Chelsea fans hate you, Man United fans don't like you. I don't know, maybe Everton fans like him, but I don't know. I don't really interact with Everton fans. I know Anderlecht like him, but that was because he grew up there when he was like 16. But aside from that, every other fan base in the world dislikes this guy. Well, probably Man City fans like him, and Milan fans for helping us not win the Champions League final. But the one fan base that respects you, you're going to do that to. And the fan base that just, was it 3-4 months ago, Juve in the Coppa Italia semi-final, racially abused you when you were about to take a penalty. These are the guys that I don't even want to say, I don't even know. But the thing is, guys, we don't know I'm going to wait for things to develop, see where things actually end up. I don't want to be too invested in every single news that comes out regarding this. We'll find out in the end what actually happens. But just the fact that he's speaking to these guys, and I can completely understand if Ozilio or Inter are pissed off, I would just cut the deal off now. Like, just walk away. Let's find an alternative. I've said from day one, if you can get Lukaku quickly, swiftly, at an economic, condition that helps, or, is affordable for Inter, then do it. But already now, we're talking about 35 million plus 40 million plus his salary. This is, again, going to cost us on the books. Salary plus amortization is going to be about 18-20 million per season. Very, very expensive in our current financial situation. And, if he's tempted by, apparently Juve have offered him like a little bit more salary, higher salary, go there, brother. Let's find an alternative. Let's find young, hungry strikers out there. If you can bring Scamacca loan with option obligation from West Ham, do that. There's guys out there. The link, I don't really like Balogun. He doesn't really move me, but there's plenty of talented strikers out there to look at. There's a guy out in Belgium that I really like, young Nigerian called Gift Orban. He scored around 20 goals in 22 appearances last season. He moves me. He's very raw, but I like the raw material that's there to work with. Strength, pace, dribbling, finishing. There's guys out there you can get for like 20, 30, 40 million. If you do have the budget, so you have the budget now. You've shown your hands. You can push up to 40 million for a player with big salary as well. So the budget is there. There's also the centre back situation. Let's see, you don't have. We've got Thuram and Lukaku, Thuram and Lautaro up front. Let's give those guys the faith. Obviously, we need one more guy. You can't rely on Correa. Carboni's gone out on loan, but you've got the centre back situation to resolve. Maybe we can use some of that budget for the centre back. Pavard looks like he's going to Man City now, so he maybe not is an option anymore. But there's guys out there not Demiral, but there's plenty of other centre-back targets out there. Use your scouting. Find, what I've been saying for ages, an athletic, young centre-back. Not young as in like Bisek young, but like, 25, 26, 27. You can find someone out there, the real Skriniar replacement, sort out the defensive position, get the goalkeepers in. And then, let's sort out the striker situation. I'm not going to lose sleep if we lose Lukaku. Yes, if he actually goes to Juve, he probably will be good. Those guys are not in Europe. We know where Lukaku sucks in Europe, usually, big games, whatever. So he's going to be happy playing just Serie A football, no Conference League, nothing. So he can bully Serie A teams. Playing once a week as well might help him. It probably helps Juventus. But at the end of the day, I hope he just now has to suffer at Chelsea if this is true. I just hope he just stays there. They bench him. They keep him out of the squad. He doesn't go anywhere. Maybe he ends up actually taking that Saudi offer. But again, I'm going to wait to see, judge the situation fully, assess the situation, what's going on. Is he going to put a statement out any point soon? Is entourage, Roc Nation, like someone needs to clarify the situation. But yeah, let's see what happens. I don't know what you guys think. I know I've seen people going absolutely crazy on Twitter last night. But yeah, I do want to hear from my community what you guys think of this whole situation. I'm going to wait and judge, right, as I said, right until the end. But this does not look good on Lukaku. This does not reflect good on Lukaku. This looks like snaky Lukaku once again. I'm sure Anthony from Inter Worldwide is sitting somewhere out there in Australia saying, I told you, brother. I told you this guy is a waste man. He's a toxic waste man. And yeah, I just want this Lukaku saga to be over. That's my wish. Whether he comes, whether he doesn't come, whether he goes to Juve, whether he goes wherever he goes, I just want it to be over so we can move on once and for all. Leave a thumbs up, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Ciao ragazzi. Forza Inter. Forza Inter. That's the thing that matters. Inter.